Hey there. Have you ever had a game changing vision that never saw the light of day because you didn't know where to begin? Well, of course you have. We all have, unfortunately. If only there were a foolproof strategy to overcome this paralysis of action and bring our visions to life, right? Well, guess what? There is. Sort of. My name is Swapnil Gyani, and here's how you can start making progress towards bringing your vision to life using SMART goals. Let's get started.
Having a grand vision is incredible, but it can also be extremely intimidating and distant when you don't know where to start. And the longer you wait to start, the more intimidating and distant it gets, and it traps you in this vicious cycle of inaction. The best way to overcome this paralysis of action is to organize your overarching vision into a hierarchy of smaller and smaller goals. And by far, the most effective way to do this is by using the SMART goals framework. SMART goals provide structure to your grand vision so that you can work out the finer details and start making progress. They are sort of the GPS route for your vision to get from where you are to where you want to be. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Let us dive a little deeper into each one of these elements. Specific. What do you want to achieve? Every goal you set needs to be specific. Begin by asking yourself, what exactly do I need to do here? Target a specific area of improvement or action and state it in clear, non-subjective language. Take, for instance, a goal of getting fit versus a goal of losing 10 pounds. Getting fit is a great idea, but it is also rather subjective and non-specific because the definition of fitness changes from person to person. Instead, losing 10 pounds is a very clear, non-subjective goal because it retains its meaning regardless of context. It means the same thing to me as it does to you. This is the most critical element of the SMART framework and will guide the rest of the steps in the process. Step number 2 is measurable. What is your measure of success? Your goal needs to be measurable and allow for quantifiable progress throughout its life. Ask yourself, how will I know that I've achieved my goal, and how will I be able to track my progress along the way? In our example, the goal of getting fit isn't measurable because there isn't one measure of fitness. The goal of losing 10 pounds, on the other hand, can easily be tracked and measured using a weighing scale. Next is achievable. How will you achieve it? Your goal should be achievable based on available resources and existing constraints. Ask yourself, do I have the authority and the resources to achieve this goal? If you have both, think about how exactly you plan to achieve it. At this point, you may decide to break your goal down further into smaller and smaller goals. In our example of getting fit, I may decide that I need to follow a certain exercise regime and a specific diet routine. Just remember that these smaller goals and action items also need to be SMART. Next is relevant. Why do you want to achieve this? Your goal should align with your wider vision to be considered relevant. It needs to move you closer to your larger goal. In business parlance, your SMART goal needs to add value to what is known as your stretch goal. In our fitness example, let's say that I want to restrict my calorie intake to 2000 calories per day so that I can lose 10 pounds over the next 6 weeks. I want to lose 10 pounds over the next 6 weeks in order to get fit, which, remember, was my overarching goal to begin with. And the next and final element of SMART is time bound. When do you want to achieve this by? Every goal must have a fixed deadline by which you plan to achieve it. A goal cannot go on and on forever. Also, if your goal's deadline is too far into the future, you'll want to set periodic check-ins to track and measure your progress at regular intervals. The trick to making SMART goals work for you is to organize your vision into smaller goals and those goals into smaller ones still, and so on until you can distill your grand vision into directly actionable steps. The intention of setting SMART goals isn't to blunt your vision or to convert it into a monotonous checklist, but to chart out a clear path to achieving that vision. Without a vision, you're just mechanically moving from one checklist item to another without any real sense of progression or fulfillment. Without SMART goals, you have an incredible vision, but no way to get there. It is this synergy between your larger vision or stretch goal and a hierarchy of smaller action items or SMART goals that makes it all work.
So, That's all I've got for you today. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below what you think about this subject, or indeed if you have any questions that I can help answer. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this content. Anyway, stay safe and take very good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.